I've been dreading this moment.
I'm sorry that you had to have a bad life.
I have told the cops everything I know about what's happened to Zahra.
Your stepmom should have not made you walk up a hill.
I can actually hear more than without my hearing aid.
Ain't the monster people are saying. I want a chance to be heard, damn it.
There was a bruise under her eye.
I'm climbing the walls, literally.
History of cruelty.
If you're in place in heaven.
Police have, in fact, found remains belonging to Zahra Baker.
Investigators, agents, and officers and staff who have worked on this case are devastated that we're not able to find Zahra alive and bring her home safely.
Please have a safe journey up there.
With me right now, a special guest, April Fairchild. This is stepmother Alyssa Baker's younger sister. April, thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
What do you make of this?
Well, pretty much, you know, just like the rest of the world. I mean, we're in shock. We don't know what to think. We're outraged. We're heartbroken. You know, it's also hard. We've been dodging, actual blood relatives have been dodging the media until now. You know, Brittany Bentley and her mother, you know, say that they've witnessed abuse and whatnot. They actually did not.
Yes.
And that's pretty much, you know, they say they've witnessed things. The blood relatives in the family cannot confirm that. And I know that they're pretty much the only ones that the media can get in contact with because, you know, they seem to be where the cameras are.
Exactly.
But, you know what's interesting, April, and I'm going to go to Brittany Bentley on your question, on your comment, but if it were me and my sister was telling cops where she hid the body parts of a 10-year-old, I think I'd be a little more concerned about that than Brittany Bentley saying something on TV.
We are very distraught about that, but we're even more distraught that Adam Baker is not sitting in a jail cell right beside of her. He is just as guilty.
Okay, but the first thing you bring up is Brittany Bentley doesn't know what she's talking about. Hello, this child who battled bone cancer, hearing aids, leg amputated above the knee.
You know, we're very distraught about the situation, and, you know, the last thing we need is non-blood relatives on air claiming things that are not true when there are
That's the last thing you
need?
That's the last thing you need? I would think the last thing you need is finding the child's skull buried in the backyard. That would be a little more upsetting than somebody saying...
I would agree with that, Nancy. I will. You know, and as far as the actual blood relatives in the family, you know, we are dealing with different things from all aspects. Do we support Alyssa Baker, our family? No, we do not. Are we saying that any of this is okay and justified? It is not. Either way it goes.
Let me go to you, Brittany Bentley. Any response to Miss Fairchild?
Yes, I did witness it. Her nephew, Zachary, witnessed it. No, my mother didn't. I come and told my mother, and so I can't say that she witnessed it. But yes, I did, along with others that have come forth and said the same thing.
Be specific, Brittany. What did you witness?
Okay, there's one night that we were over there, me and Zachary, Miss Fairchild's nephew, and Lisa went back there. We heard the beating. We walked the door, looked back there, saw her beating her, on her back, and walked out. You know, we saw the black eye. Brittany, Lisa's own daughter, called me about. You know, I remember Lisa one day coming out saying how she'd hurt her hand because she'd hit Zahra so hard on her leg. So, yes, I did witness it. So,
what was the excuse that Alyssa Baker used to beat this child? Why did she say she did it?
A lot of times I'd come over there and she'd be like, I just got done, you know, spanking her. She tattletaled at school. She told a lie. Just small things. There's always something like she told at school. She fibbed. She made a bad grade. Just small things that kids don't.
Well, what would Adam Baker
you don't
do?
kids for.
Why did Adam Baker stand by and let it happen?
I can't answer. I don't know. I don't know any father that could sit by and let somebody do that to his child. I don't know.
Okay, April Fairchild, it sounds to me like she did firsthand observe abuse in the home.
Okay. I'm going, you know, on my blood relative, my nephew, he's saying that they never actually witnessed anything because things were happening behind closed doors.
Well,
they
now
may
you've
have heard
heard her
things
story.
going on, and I'm not denying that my sister may not have abused it. Do I think she did? Yes. Is she capable? Yes. But they're, you know, my blood relative is saying that they didn't actually see it with their eyes.
Okay, Karen Stark, help me out here. And bring in the lawyers, Randy Kessler, Jason Oceans.
Nancy.
Why? She's upset that somebody might be wrong about the abuse. I mean, the child is dismembered.
And that's the point, that somebody who loved this child, the father of a child, it's so hard for you and everyone else to understand that. And that's what I'm talking about, someone who's a sociopath.
To Kessler and Oceans, weigh in, Jason Oceans.
Listen, this is heinous. It tugs at everyone's heart, no matter what side of the aisle you are.
I mean, is that how defense attorneys find witnesses, Kessler? They find people that don't want to see what happened, that will stand on the stand and go, we never saw anything?
Defense attorneys look for anybody that can help their client, you bet. But you know what? The next lawsuit's probably going to be against the Department of Family and Children's Services. Prevention is what we want, not punishment. Prevention is the most important thing.
Why can't we have both? What world are you living in? Why can't we have prevention and punishment?
Nancy, why don't you listen to what Brittany said on the radio show? Why is it not coming out that this Brittany bought drugs from Elisa? Brittany stated she never called DCF.